Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
Good Monday morning to you. I'm Molly Hendrickson.
And I'm Nicole Brady. Here's the latest from Denver 7. Fallout continues in Boulder today over a viral video that showed police confronting a black man in his own front yard.
Today, the city council is hosting a special meeting on racism. Denver 7's Micah Smith has an update.
City leaders say they can and will do better, and they're holding tonight's special meeting to talk about what went wrong and how to improve racial equity for all Boulder residents. The incident in Boulder sparked protests around the city, with many people calling for changes within the police department. Tonight, city leaders are hoping this meeting will continue the accountability process. Those who wish to speak during tonight's meeting can sign up starting at 4 this afternoon. If more than 15 people sign up, each person will be given 2 minutes for their remarks. And those who feel they need a little more than 2 minutes are encouraged to email their concerns to City Council. We talked to the city's communications director, who told us tonight's meeting is an opportunity for city leaders and residents to reflect on what happened.
So it's really a listening opportunity for both the community and the council to reflect on what happened and what might be the next steps going forward.
Tonight's meeting will be held at Boulder City Council chambers on Broadway. It begins at 6 for those speakers who need childcare. Free childcare will be available for you. Reporting in Boulder, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
Micah, thank you. Ethiopian officials say there are, quote, clear similarities between a deadly plane crash that killed 157 people last week and a plane crash that killed 189 people off the coast of Indonesia late last year. Both crashes involved Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes. Data from the flight recorders of both airplanes show the planes being thrown up and down erratically. Right now, that particular model of plane is grounded both here in the U.S. and abroad until investigators can pinpoint exactly what happened.
There may have been some design flaw in the MAX that led to, in conjunction with pilot error, one of these mishaps. If that's true, it'll be a real black eye for Boeing.
According to the Seattle Times, the FAA has delegated more authority to Boeing over the years to certify the safety of its own planes, citing a lack of funding to do so itself. Boeing says it is almost done with a software update to address the safety features currently in question.
This morning, Colorado is remembering a volunteer firefighter and CDOT employee killed when he was hit by a front-end loader. 51-year-old Eric Hill was on the north frontage road of I-70 near Dotsero Saturday when he was struck by the CDOT front-end loader. He had been a volunteer with the Gypsum Fire Department for 19 years. A fellow volunteer told Denver 7 that Hill was a mentor to most of the other firefighters, some of whom had to show up at that accident scene.
I know the crew that went and responded to that call is struggling, but I also know that I think they were glad they could be there with him in that time of need, as terrible as it was.
Hill leaves behind a wife, 3 children, a granddaughter, and a granddaughter-to-be. A GoFundMe account has been set up for his family. We have a link to that on our website.
Today marks 1 year since anyone has seen a missing Longmont woman. Rita Gutierrez Garcia was last seen walking to a parking lot after a night out with friends on St. Patrick's Day. Her body has never been found, but police do believe she is dead. Back in July, investigators revealed they suspect Juan Jose Figuera Jr. had something to do with her disappearance. He has not been charged in this case, but remains in custody on unrelated sexual assault charges.
Today, the Denver City Council is expected to take a final vote on a plan to move a tiny home village to the Globeville neighborhood. The city wants it moved from its current location near 28th and Downing to a piece of land near 44th and Pearl. The city would have to change the land's zoning. The tiny home village would help provide stable housing to those experiencing chronic homelessness, but a lot of neighbors in the Globeville area express concerns about that location. We'll let you know how the vote goes tonight.
For the 6th time, state lawmakers are trying to ban conversion therapy here in Colorado. A new House bill bans mental health and medical professionals from practicing conversion therapy on minors.
Conversion therapy is any effort aimed at changing someone's sexual orientation or gender identity. So I think many folks think, does that still happen? Is that still happening in Colorado? And unfortunately, it still is. It can be as extreme as things like electric shock therapy, but it can also, and more commonly, are things like using techniques of shame and guilt.
The bill has been blocked in the state legislature for the last 5 years by Senate Republicans, but with Democrats in control of the state Senate, the bill has a better chance of passing. It's being heard in a Senate committee this afternoon. And also at the state capitol, lawmakers will debate a proposal that would stop employers from asking about criminal history on job applications. Supporters of the Ban the Box plan say the current system puts an unfair barrier in front of those who have served their time, while opponents say the box helps protect and inform small businesses.
Snowmass Village may be close to finally allowing marijuana sales. The town has extended a ban on pot shops since weed first became legal in Colorado. Earlier this month, councilors unanimously voted in favor of allowing dispensaries to operate. A second vote will be held today. Meanwhile, a war veteran is telling his story in hopes of changing the laws on magic mushrooms. Matthew Call suffers from PTSD. He says he has tried 96 different drugs and none worked until he tried magic mushrooms. In May, Denver voters will weigh in on an initiative to decriminalize the drug.
It would mean freedom, finally being free of the worry. You don't have to be stuck. This is not a life sentence. And that PTSD, it's curable.
If approved, mushrooms would still be illegal, but would be the lowest law enforcement priority.
Well, Denver certainly has aggressive drivers, but we might not be as bad as the rest of the country. A new study by GasBuddy ranked Denver 26th on a list of top cities for aggressive drivers. We're number 18 for speeding incidents, 23rd for hard braking. LA, Philadelphia, and Atlanta were the top cities for the worst aggressive driving. So the next time you find yourself getting heated behind the wheel, just take a deep breath. GasBuddy found aggressive driving can cut your mileage by up to 40%.
Well, in our growing Colorado, parking at Denver International Airport comes at a premium. It can be expensive to leave your car there for even a few days. But there's a new way that you could cash in on your car while you're traveling. It's called Drift, and here's how it works. You park your car at the Drift parking lot near the airport on Tower Road, and the company will rent it out to someone else while you're gone. Drift insures your vehicle the entire time you're away. Your car does have to meet certain requirements before you can participate in this.
Those requirements are that the vehicle has to be model year 2010 or newer, has to have less than 125,000 miles, and of course can't have engine lights on or any exterior, major exterior damage to the body or anything like that, just to make sure that we are giving our borrowers safe vehicles for their time in Denver.
Wonder if it has to be clean as well. Well, Drift says, listen to this, you could earn up to $350 a week for loaning out a full-size SUV. You can learn more about the program on thedenverchannel.com. Let's get a look at your forecast now. Katie LaSalle is here.
Hi, everyone, and happy Monday. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds across the metro area for today. Temperatures once again this afternoon pretty pleasant, rising to the upper 40s. So partly cloudy skies. Mountain snow will move in for Tuesday, and then we'll have a slight chance for seeing some rain and snow showers drifting across the plains as we get into Tuesday evening. But for today, partly to mostly cloudy skies from Fort Collins into Boulder. Temperatures in the upper 40s to low 50s across the plains, and a nice day into the mountains. Eagle, Aspen looking at highs in the mid to upper 40s at the valley level. So more mountain snow widespread for our northern and central mountains come Tuesday. Slight chance for a few rain showers across the plains come Tuesday afternoon and evening. Then Wednesday, clearing skies across Colorado once again, mild and dry as spring officially begins. Low 50s, upper 50s to mid 50s to round out this week and start next weekend.
Well, this morning we have to congratulate several members of Colorado's Special Olympics team who took home medals from the World Games in Abu Dhabi over the weekend. Swimmer Kyle Visser won the gold in the 200-meter freestyle on Sunday, and here is video of him receiving his hard-earned medal. He also claimed bronze in the 100-meter individual medley and finished 5th in the 500-meter freestyle.
Nice. And cyclist Jeremy McLeod took home bronze in the 5K time trial event. The World Games continue through Thursday, so we are going to keep cheering on our local athletes all week.
Well done. I know they work hard for that. Well, this has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thanks for joining us.
And be sure to check back here later for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Have a great Monday.